Hello. Hey to them. Hello, Diane. Hey, Fluffy. Today I want to let you all know that it's really hot in here. It's really hot. I have the AC on, but I'm sweating, so it's really hot. Yeah, with the Palo Santo. I'm steaming like the Palo Santo. I swear. It's, and I'm really thankful that I have the AC. I have an AC and not those more how I don't know how you call it in English. That is like those rounded things with the pallets that keep going round and round and round, and they're so noisy. Fans, electric fans. I want to trade places though. I like summer more than winter. I really don't understand people that love summer. Like, I really, especially at this moment, because I would love summer too if there was a possibility for me to live near a beach or just, going somewhere that you're like, okay, I do the traveling, I move, and I am here enjoying the weather. But I don't know what's going on that everywhere it's like we are all melting here. We are all melting, and it's so uncomfortable. It's so like for me, yeah, fans, but the electric ones, the big ones, the noisy ones. People who live in colder places tend to prefer summer, I notice. Ah, okay. People who are used to hot weather tend to dislike it. Yeah, in here it's not that, because we are very lucky that we have the four seasons. Like we actually go through all of them. Actually, I came to learn as an adult that there's places in the world where people don't experience like the four seasons. That I didn't know. I thought that we were all the same. But for me, here in Latin America, at least for us, we do have the four seasons. So um, when it's cold, it's cold. When it's hot, it's really hot. Then we have summer, spring, um, and autumn. But um, the thing here is the humidity. Like the weather here is too humid, too humid, too humid. Like it's unbearable. Like it's so I don't want to think about it. It makes me. Hey Marushka. Yeah, for example, I'm a person that I love summer, but I tend to be cold all the time. Like my feet and my hands. You remember, guys, when I used to do live stream in during winter. I usually, like, even though I have the heater on, and it's not that I'm out in the cold, suffering. But for example, when I'm shuffling or when I'm working with the cars, all of a sudden my hands get cold. And once my hands get cold or my feet, then it's over. Like I'm already cold. I'm already like suffering, like I'm already like this, um, mm, dead, dead that humid feels sticky to the skin. That's the feeling. It's sticky to the skin, exactly. It's the worst feeling. Can you imagine how hard it is that I have like cold water here, but I put it a bit on the I put it a bit oh on the freezer. I put it a bit because like it's not just that I want the water to be cold. I want it to be freezing because I'm really hot. Like, and I talk a lot, so I need water. But I also have my mate here because I know that then when we get to the part of reading for the intimate fantasies series, I'm going to actually crave some mate. This is something that we Argentinian people do. That yeah, it can be like 40s Fahrenheit degrees outside, but we still are going to have mate. And mate, it's a hot beverage, but we are going to have it anyways. Even if like we are melting outside, we are going to drink mate anyways. That's something that we do. It's almost like the same with people drinking iced coffee during winter. It's the same. It's like a sort of ritual that you cannot you cannot get away from. Mm. Yeah, I'm the same, very cold hands and feet because of bad flow. Yeah, it's bad flow. Yeah, definitely. It's bad blood flow. Yeah, yeah, I do have that. And I have to, for example, I have to change my socks like three three times if I can, and if I have the possibility, 3 times a day or twice a day. For example, in the morning I wear a pair, and then when I get home I change it and I use another one. And if I can at night, I use the fluffy ones to go to sleep. But because my feet get so cold that they sort of like start sweating, so it's that's why it's cold. Ah, you Fluffy, you were asking about how I was doing. Um, yeah, I had a lot of fun during the retreat. One thing that I did notice is that I was very hungry. I was very hungry because the whole menu was like mostly vegetarian, and I'm not vegetarian. Like I'm not a vegetarian. Um, so thank you. So it was a bit like I was a bit hungry, and then they would give us a lot of different juices. Yeah, like I don't know. I just wanted real food, like, and not like say like, oh, I want, I don't know, a McDonald's combo. Like, no, I don't like that kind of food. But I wanted like food, and there wasn't. But the yoga part, the meditation part, the group, we had a lot of group sessions, I would say. Those were very good. They were very good guided. We all work on it. And they taught us certain techniques. I also had some art therapy. I love art therapy. I believe I think I'm going to go with the specialization of art therapy this year. because I don't know if it's my Venus in Pisces or my Mars in Pisces, that somehow it's like you go towards the artistic things, you know. And I never consider myself artistic, not at all, not at all, because I'm not, like, I remember when I had art classes, like, you know, usually at school is like, it's about like, you have to do this perfect drawing or you had to do this perfect presentation. So it was all about following the guidelines. And nowadays art is more like you expressing yourself, you really should do it. But I come from an education where for you to be good at something, you had to be excellent. So there was a lot of planning, there was a lot of training, you know, and zero spontaneity. So, and people, I remember my classmates, they were so competitive. And for me, it was like, oh, I'm so happy, look what I made. And probably the only ones that appreciated were my parents. But, but the rest of, and I did notice, you know, that there were people that would do these great projects. And for me, it was like, yeah, mine is not that pretty, but I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Um, there are some readings, yeah, I'm going to then go through them. Art therapy is so cool. Oh yes, yeah, I don't know. Maybe because I want to resolve that. You know, I want to sort of like probably um, pay more attention to that side that maybe I didn't because of some, you know, some bad advice in the past, or maybe people like discouraging me because I was like, oh no, because art is special, you know, art is, and I don't think that is. And for me, if I use it as therapy, for me the better, because like what I do, I want to transform it into something that can help people. Like I just don't want you to do something so you can show off to people. You know, I want you to use it to express yourself. You know, and because that's how I felt. That's how I felt when I used to do it. That's how I felt. I remember when I was in when I was studying counseling that we had a class that the assignment was to, like, you had to work with another student, and they would like sort of blindfold you. They would tie a blindfold, like over, cover your eyes, and they will give you like a piece of paper, um, and you had like you had to go back to a memory, a childhood memory or something like that, and you had to, like, because you were blindfolded, like you couldn't see, but you could draw. So you had to ask the class, the other classmate, the other student, you had to ask them to pass to you, I don't know, if you wanted, I don't know, a color, if like I want a red pencil, or I want um, a red crayon, or I want, I don't know, a blue pen, or I don't know, you just ask for it. And the other person is supposed to assist you. And if you're like, okay, can you move, um, I don't know, the piece of paper a little bit to my side, to my left side, they would do it. They would assist you. And you just had to be there and just be drawing. You just had to draw like using your senses. But I remember mine was so beautiful, and it didn't look at all as if I was blindfolded, because actually it was very, like, yeah, there were a lot of, like, you know, things that didn't make sense in the drawing, but it wasn't that out of the paper. It was actually very well placed. And no, that was the assignment, or the meaning of this. It was to be able to trust the other person to give you the tools that you need. And actually, like, how sometimes, and I did notice this in some of my other my other fellow students, that there were some people that actually they didn't use all the colors. For example, there was someone that asked for a ruler, so it was like they didn't use the whole paper. For example, those all those things had a meaning. For me, I did use a lot of colors. I did draw a lot of shapes. I sort of did like a landscape. Um, it was a bit psychedelic, but it was very colorful. Um, and I remember that the good thing about it is to trust your partner, like the person that one was next to you, that you didn't have to freak out because they are there. You don't have to move. They will give you what you need. You just have to trust. And that was something that when you are blindfolded, when you don't have that, you don't have the sight to rely on. You have to be like, okay, I allow myself to get the help or to ask for the help that I need. That was like so, it was such an emotional exercise because I believe that sometimes maybe we are always in the place of like, oh, let me assist you, let me help you, let me do this. But what about when you need it? How do you feel when you have to rely on someone to give you the tools because you cannot? And probably you can get a bit frustrated because, yeah, the exercise was a bit frustrating at first because you couldn't see. You couldn't see, but you had to trust your partner that what you would ask them, they would give it to you. And that the result was going to be amazing, but you had to trust. You know, so it was so touching, so touching. Yeah, amazing. It's like when you have to fall backwards and trust that people are going to catch you. Yeah, yeah. It was like, for me, it was very, very meaningful because, and I was so proud. Like, I was so proud of myself because I was like, I drew this? I did this? Being blindfolded? I did this? Like, I didn't, like, I noticed there were some people that they did get frustrated. They probably look at their, and because then we had to give a sort of feedback, we had to tell others how we felt during the exercise. And there was people that really, they didn't have a good time. There were people that they were like so uncomfortable. They were like, I couldn't see, I didn't know what to use, I didn't come up with an idea. Yeah, I asked my partner to give me this pencil, but then I regret it because I couldn't see. And you know, all the excuses we give to ourselves when we probably see the paper and we are like, oh, I thought I was drawing something amazing and I wasn't. And also something that it has to do with wanting to be perfect. That you probably, you know, wanting to draw some perfect shapes, or a perfect drawing, and actually that's not what the exercise was about. The exercise was not about you being perfect, you know, or you drawing a perfect scenario. No, you were blindfolded, but you had someone that was submitting the tools for you. So you just had to trust. What did you think, guys, about? Did you watch the video that I did about being burnout with tarot? Because we didn't have like time to discuss it or to talk about it. Actually, it's not to discuss it, but I just watched this content creator video and I was like, yeah, that's something that we go through. I went through with this, but I think that it has to do because for me, probably is a challenge to read for K-pop idols because not only K-pop but K-dramas, and this is something that I'm a K-drama lover. I love K-dramas. I love actors and actresses. I admire them so much. I am a fan. But I think that I am not going to read for actors and actresses anymore. Because the fandoms or these people that ship certain couples, like, I think that I cannot do this with them or for them. I cannot do this. Like I feel like it's not something that I feel comfortable doing. I feel like every time I read for an actor and I say like, oh, there's a special someone, everyone mentions their co-star. So it's like, really, that's what you're thinking, that, oh, this is so. So I'm like, I'm not going to read for them anymore. Like I'm not. Probably I will do for an actor or an actress personality reading or something like this. But reading for them, I think I'm not going to do it because I cannot handle the shippers. I don't know. I think that there's something about these people supporting certain co-stars that they worked together like 5 years ago, and they're still asking for the same couple. And I don't know, they just never let it go. They just never let it go. They confuse hard work, chemistry, talent. They confuse it with love. So I cannot do that. I cannot do that. That's something that I was like, no, that's enough. That's enough. Like, I'm sorry for the people that love K-drama actors, and I was feeling a bit uncomfortable with reading for them for a while, because I did notice that there was some actors that they weren't that, like, they didn't have much to say during the readings, more than, oh yeah, I'm working hard on a project and I'm working towards a project. Like, the cards didn't give me deepness, at least not for me. So I'm like, if you want the tea about their love life, I am not the tarot reader for you, because I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Like, it's exhausting. Ah, okay. Oh, yes, you did. People project on idols and their crushes in general. They are not interested in their true or even the celebrities when you think about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's just that I was thinking about this. I was like, I have to find a way around it, because even though we can pull some cards for something and ask about something about certain celebrities, but what's more important towards me, for me, what's more important is what this information can do for you. What is it for you? What can you get out of this? More than obsessing over some details with the cards. What is it in there for you? Like, does it make you be a better person? Like, does it motivate you to get some, I don't know, therapy? I don't know, like, because I am a therapist. So, my background is what separates me maybe from other readers that they just read for certain people because, this is, everyone is talking about it, so let's do this. And I'm like, for me, it's like, but what is it for the people that are watching? I want to leave something to the person that is watching it. Not just you having that information, and what for? Because I'm never going to get the feedback of an idol. I hope one day that the Voice Kevin, the Voice member, someone that comes across my videos and speaks and understands English, my broken English, comes and is like, oh, Vanessa, you pull cards for me. I saw it on YouTube that you that you pull cards for me. Thank you very much. But I'm never going to have a feedback from these people. Never. They're not going to say, oh, you know what you said? It was sort of true, but not so true. Actually, not so much. Um, I'm never going to get that. But for you guys, for you I can. From you I do get a feedback. From you it's like, oh, yeah, like what you did or what we did, it was fun. I felt okay. You talk about my bias, I feel okay. So there's a bit of, I see a purpose in this. But no, just to gossip, I can't. I can't. I know I'm not going to be the most popular tarot reader in this community because I can't. I can't. Like, I'm like, okay, but after all the gossip and after what the cards have to say, what is it left for us? What do we do with the information? And then there's people that they get obsessed. It's like, I pull cards for their bias today, and then, next week it's like, but can you read again? Can you read again? The reading that you did, yeah, it was cool, but I want another one. Like, I want you to see this and this and this. Like, I already pulled the cards. I already said what I saw. Like, once I put the deck away, let it go. But no, I want to know more. It's like, yeah, exactly, Tatalino. Just do what is comfortable for you. Some people just can separate reality for fantasy. Yeah, and sometimes I worry about that. I worry about that, Chedam, because, like, I am a fan as well, and I get it. It makes us happy. It makes us laugh. They definitely are here making content, acting. Everything that they do is obviously for us to watch. But at the end of the day, there are some things that we are not supposed to know. It's like we can get a glimpse of something about them. But the way you want to go that deep is like, what for? If you can do it for yourself, read for yourself, work on yourself. That's what I was thinking. Like, I don't want to support, like, I think that it's okay that we get the Lulu from time to time and we laugh about it because, I'm inhuman and I'm gossipy. I want to know sometimes what's up, the tea. Definitely in K-pop happens a lot of things. Everything is changing. So even if when we want to stay away from it, somehow there's some news. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't want my community to get that desperate for, oh, I wonder what my bias is doing. And I wonder if he's dating. And if he's dating, who he's dating. And how is he in the military? What is he doing in the military? I don't want that. I don't want that FOMO or to inspire that necessity of you wanting to know like everything, because they are a mystery and it's supposed to be like that because it's part of their job for you to not know certain things. That's why when things happen, for example scandals, I always tell you guys, believe what they tell you. Even if they release an apology or they don't release an apology, like, believe what they tell you and what they don't tell you. Believe it. Believe it. Don't want to go find an extra excuse why they didn't apologize, why they did apologize. They know. They know. They know. So every time people, like, someone gets in trouble, it's like, oh, pull some cards because I want to know why they didn't apologize. Maybe they didn't apologize because they didn't want to. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we really don't know them, and their life has no direct impact on us. Exactly, Fluffy. So it's more about what makes us connect with them. Yeah, yeah. It's like we celebrate them. That's why I always do like individual readings for each idol when it's their birthday or it's their birthday season, because I'm like, let's celebrate our biases, let's celebrate our favorite groups, let's celebrate and let's wish them for the best, because guys, the industry that they belong to is very chaotic and it has very nasty energies. So even though you see the whole glam and you see them being beautiful and you see them wearing fancy clothes, it's not like that. It's all an image. They probably go back to their rooms to cry. So, like let's stop like thinking like, oh, they have this wonderful life because they work so hard. And sometimes when I pull cards for them and I don't see much, it's because the guys don't have much going on in their lives except work, 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 and work. So for me, it's like, yeah, I wish I could give you some tea, but I don't see it. And if I, as tarot reader, I, like the one that I'm reading the cards, my deck, I don't see it, I'm not going to make it up. I'm not going to create a fanfic so you can be like, oh, this is what you're seeing? Really? Tell me more. No. No. No, because I believe in karma. Like, I believe that we have to be very careful about what we say. Because sometimes when I say something, then later it comes true, so I'm very careful about what comes out of my mouth. Words have power. Idols watch reaction channels. If someone is interested in esotericism and understands English, they could have watched your video. Maybe Kevin, he's so into crystals. Talking about Kevin, I have a huge piece of amethyst in here, if you like. This is my precious amethyst. Guys, this is so old. This is so old. My mom got it for me. Originally, she was born in this province of Argentina that is called Misiones, that they have a huge mine in there. They have a huge mine of crystals. That is near I don't know how you call it, the waterfalls. Not the Niagara, not Niagara, no, Iguazu is one of the seven wonders, I believe, the Iguazu waterfall. Here in Spanish, we call it cataratas, not waterfalls. But yeah, and she went to this and she got me this. So yeah, I treasure it very much because it's like the biggest that I have. Then I have some that are tiny. Being an idol is a job, and it's so sad that people don't realize it. Yeah, it's like, I wish I could tell you more. But if I don't see it, guys, I don't see it. It's like, and also, I'm also a therapist. So sometimes I'm like, okay, like I want you guys to be better. Like, I want you guys to watch my videos and we can laugh and you can watch and be like, oh, Vanessa said this, oh, this is cute. But then I want you to live a better life. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. I don't want you to get fixated on like, oh, my idol is perfect. My idol lives like this. Every group is like this group of saints. Like, no, guys. Like, admire them, love them, but that same admiration that you have for them, have that for yourself. That's my purpose. That's what I want to do. That's what I want you to feel. Like that's why I always tell you, grab your favorite bias and take from them the influence that you need to do or to integrate that you see on your bias to do it for you. Like watch it for you. Like take it for you. Like what is it about your bias that reminds you of yourself? Let them inspire you. Why did you choose that person? What is it about them that is so familiar to you and that you like them so much? And maybe there's a part that you're like, oh, I like that he can do this and I cannot do that. And why don't you try? Actually, I did notice the other day I was watching a video and I did notice there was some two girls in Latin America doing a podcast about K-pop, and they were talking about how they experienced a sort of glow up physically because they started to dress better, or they started to sort of, adjust their favorite idol's fashion, and they use it for themselves. They started to style themselves like the way their idols do. And they realized that they even lost the weight that they wanted. They changed careers. They met another group of friends, and they were like, I did it because I was inspired by my bias. I was like, okay, if he can do it, I can do it too. So that's the good thing that you can do. To promote the best for yourself. Because about their life and their future decisions, that's only on them. That's only on them. And the people that ask about their future wife and future partners, like how many idols are married? Happily married. Like, yeah, real. I've been using Korean Scars products where I can afford them, and it's truly of another level. Yeah. Yes, idols should serve as inspiration and not obsession. When I first got into K-pop, I was so jealous of their skin, so I started my own skincare routine, and I have great skin since then. Yeah, and this is not like, I don't know, guys, if you ever watched that that interview that NCT 127 that they have, I believe in LA, that there was this fan that they sort of, this fan won something. I don't know if it's because she had to buy something, like there was a contest and she won, so she was able to play with them, to be with them in there. But I believe it was in LA. This was recorded in America. I believe her name is Kim. um, and like I did notice the NCT 127 members, especially Hecham, they were all like amazed by her, not just because of because she was getting all the answers right, but also because she was so pretty. She was so pretty and so humble, in the sense that she wasn't freaking out. I'm sure she was freaked out inside, I'm sure. But she was like very quiet. And she also, like, she wasn't wearing anything like extravagant, to stand up and be like, oh, here, I'm going to, meet my bias. And she was a Utah bias. Her bias was Utah. And she just was in there, she's beautiful. Um, And I remember, like, especially I did notice Hechan and maybe some other, like, the younger members. They were checking her out. And I was like comparing her because she is so young, comparing her next to them. And then next to a regular person, they don't look that like, oh, there's a huge differences between them and her. They actually look more normal next to her. And I think that that's something that people should take into consideration, that idols are not superhuman. They are like you and I. They choose work with their image and they have to take care of themselves because it's part of the job. But you are beautiful too. You are beautiful too. Like, that's why I was like, there's some, and not the typical, because I seen these videos of this, oh, there's a beautiful fan, they are all looking at her because she's a beautiful fan, and it's not about, the revealing outfit, or because you are skinny, or because you have beautiful hair and you have like this. No, it's about you being actually like a human, decent, a decent human being. Because you just were being yourself without freaking out in front of them. So there was something about being like, they look like regular people next to her, like she was one of them, one of the group. I have enough of seeing on my feed those as reading where all of them will meet their perfect soulmate, perfect marriage. 70 of people, 70% of people in Seoul don't want to date their latest data. Yeah, it's like, hey, they are going to get married and be happy. When? How? The clock is ticking and there's still no news. Hey ho. Oh my God. No, but yeah, guys, thank you for hearing for my rant. Like, I really wanted to say that. I wanted to express that because I was like, from time to time I do get frustrated. From time to time I'm like, it's not about the numbers. It's not about, it's like, oh, I want to be, like, I want more. Who was a girl when that happened? Her name is Kim. She is. Then I'm going to share the interview. I believe the interview was on LA, and NCT was in their. I believe it was in their. It was before a sticker. It was in their very early era. Probably superhuman era. Yeah, I believe, or Highway to Heaven era. She's really popular. Like, all the citizens know about her, about Kim. And she was chilling in there. Like, I'm sure she was nervous, definitely. But she just was so pretty on the face and just like not wearing a lot of makeup, but she was beautiful. Like, there was something so calming about her. I don't know. But yeah, so I will try to give like my channel like to give it the purpose and the I don't know if it's about a mission. It's more about a vision that I have for the channel. It's like I want people to get something out of the experience. That's why tomorrow. Tomorrow, that is February the 1st, I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading for the people who wants to read it. Of course, that since I don't have a fancy camera, probably I'm going to do a pick a card reading of free options, free cards. And then you can pick one. It's going to be an interactive tarot reading. But I'm going to try to do those. Like every time a new month begin, I'm going to try to do a pick a card reading for people, for just people. I cannot do that fancy because I don't have a proper camera yet. So I wish I could make it longer and probably like do a whole spread and for you to see it. But I'm going to try my best to make it on my phone and that you can enjoy it. But yeah. Yeah, I know. I like to watch them too. But it's just that they pull so many cars and they have these beautiful settings, and they have the equipment to do it, and I don't. Because my battery, like also the storage of my camera, is very limited. So, yeah. But it's like I also want to do that, and I also what I was trying is mm, to read every once in a while for a famous celebrity that is not K-pop related. Um, for example, what I did notice is that my today I have a singles Inferno couple in here. But I did notice, for example, in TikTok, one of the videos that had the most views was about the singles Inferno, the ones that went to, like they ended up together, like the most famous ones. And I was like, oh, okay. Okay, maybe in YouTube it didn't have many views, but in TikTok it was very popular. So yeah. I'm also trying to expand on that um, because, and I'm also trying to also observe what I feel comfortable with doing and what I don't want to do anymore. Something like this. Because I believe that that also is part of not getting a burnout or not getting burnout, is that you recognize what you enjoy doing and what you don't enjoy doing. Okay, in today's list, I have, yeah, it could bring a bit of change for you enjoying the Kylie and Shannon. Yeah. Yeah, and also, since I don't know much about them, it's such a fresh experience because, well, sometimes about certain idols I don't know much as well, but I think that it's very interesting about these couples, and also what is a bit more, how can I say this? What is a bit much more easier with American celebrities or with celebrities, Western celebrities, is that they usually, like, when they are dating, they let themselves be seen. Or even sometimes when they let themselves be seen, sometimes it's a stage, sometimes it's arranged. But I think that that's where we can test the tarot, because in there it's like, oh yeah, it's these two. I'm going to be reading for these two because I seen proof that these two are together. Even if it's like made up and whatever, the cards are going to pick it anyway, if it's true or not. But I think that that's the difference with K-pop artists, because with K-pop artists, I don't see the emotionality. I don't see the connection sometimes. Um, I don't see. Sometimes I see that there's not much interest for an emotional connection, or like, oh, I want to be romantic with someone. It's like, I don't have time, not today. And the fans just insist. Oh no, but they did a collaboration together. Oh no, but they trained together. Oh no, but they traveled together here. Oh no, but they were seen over here. Guys, everything is work. Is work related. And sometimes idols don't talk that much with each other because they are afraid of getting caught. So, it's like sometimes I'm like, it's not the same as having a confirmed relationship as having moments of interactions. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same as you working with that person on a project where you pretend that you are a couple and be like, they are in love. I see in the commentary that Koreans see relationship more as transactional in comparison to the rest of the world. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Like, is any one of you watching Marry My Husband? I am watching. I am on episode 9, and I am watching, and I'm so like revenge mode. You know, I'm like I really want revenge. I love the kid drama. It's so entertaining. I love it. I love it. Like really, is the from for now is the only K drama that I'm hooked. I'm like I'm going to keep watching. Did you watch that, Samara? Is so good. Is so good. Like I swear, but my Latin American telenovela kind of style, I want her to beat that person so much. Like I'm like, get her. Yeah, I know. I've seen people talking about it. I'm like, oh, I'm like, wait, but I love it. I don't care. I don't care for spoilers because I read the webtoon. The webtoon is very different, but I sort of know where it's the base of. But I'm like, I like the actress is so good. The actress, she has the crazy eyes. She definitely has the crazy eyes. Like definitely the way that woman stares, like you see that those are the eyes of someone that wants your life. You have to watch out for people that have crazy eyes. And in this sense, I don't mean like big eyes and that they don't blink. No. Notice people's body language. They don't lie. From time to time, unfortunately, you could meet people like that, especially some girls like that, pretending to be your friend, pretending to want the best for you, and actually they want to be you. They want to take what is yours. So be careful. I love I love the I also love the vulnerability of the that some people get a bit like so on their nerves because they are like, there's moments where the protagonist, she feels a bit guilty, she feels a bit sad for what is happening, and people are like, but why? Like you're not supposed to feel regret. They killed you. Like, and I'm like, well, the actress is a Pisces. Like I'm like because in the webtoon she was a bit more cold and merciless, like a bit more detached. Like she really looked like yeah, you guys deserve what is coming for you. And in here you can see that the female lead, you can see the emotions in her. You can see that she's a softie, even though she has these moments where she can act and be aggressive. Like she's still a Pisces. Like this is why I was like, and then I wanted to comment this, but then I was like, no, because the Pisces people are going to come for me. But this is something about the Pisces woman, that they have this sort of compassionate side. And I think that the actress, for example, in The Glory, you didn't see that from the actress of The Glory, because she had that sort of unspoken, like I have an objective, I have a goal, and until I don't make your life a living hell, I'm not stopping. And the silence, like I'm coming for you, like the silence, the scorpionic revenge, like very silent and slow one, but I will get there. But for her, for the female lead, she's so Pisces that you are like, yeah, you do have moments where you are like, that was my friend. So I think that we should also like embrace that, and not project like there's part of me that I just get a bit like I want you to be her, like like I really like oh my god, like the roller coaster of emotions that I went through, that like it's so good. Marry My Husband. is Iru. Marry my husband is called. It's scary, but I love the way she is portraying it because that's the way I would say an envious person acts around you. And I would also say like an emotional vampire as well. You know, someone that with their closeness with you, they sort of attach themselves to you. And they make it look like, oh, because I love you so much and you are my best friend, this is why I get so protective of you. This is why whenever something good happens to you, you know, I'm always there. Like, I want to be there. Like, please, if something happens, I want to be the first one that you tell me what you're going to do. You know, it's suffocating. That sort of bond is suffocating. And also, you can notice how this type of people, when you start putting boundaries, they start to get more aggressive towards you. So in the end, they start showing their colors. They don't want you to be happy, or at least they don't want you to be happier or more successful than them. So observe those behaviors because there's people that act like that. The way she's acting it, there's people that do that. You just have to observe it. It's just that if it's someone that is really close to you, you probably are not going to see it. You are not going to see it. Actually, you know, in the in the series, she had to die and start all over to sort of start seeing in slow motions how this so-called friend was acting, how they sort of set you up for failure, and they enjoy it. They enjoy to see you fall. So then they create this dependency. Yeah, like a leech. They create this dependency. You know, because if you grow, if you want a better life, if you want something new, if you want a new beginning, they have no control over you. So it's better for you to stay small and miserable. Let's be small and miserable together. So no, don't take that. Don't take that. Like, slowly remove yourself from their manipulation. Slowly. Like, don't do it too obvious because obviously they will attack. But pay attention. Pay attention. Those people are dangerous. Are dangerous. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Parmin you shows a layered grief, sadness, anger, guilt. Mm-hmm. I'm glad to see a multidimensional character. Yeah, because this is the thing, you know, when it comes to revenge dramas, we always want the like this sort of like aggressive sort of revenge because we are waiting for it. We want this. Like, we project on this. We are like, oh, I wish. But life is not like K-dramas. Like, life in general is not like those revenge plots where you get the money, you're rich, and you get to do all these plans, and at the end you get what you want, and you travel in time, and you fix things. No. Sometimes, you know, even when you have the possibility to get back at that person that done you wrong, there's no fulfillment in that because the damage is done and you probably lost someone that you treasured. So I think that is a very intelligent way to show that, yeah, you can be very heartbroken because someone used you or someone hurt you, but you can also feel a bit sad about them and about the bond that you used to have and now you don't. And how you thought that you knew that person and now you don't. That happened to me once. When I pulled away from a vampiric relationship, my friend demanded me to stop. They wanted my energy because I given it freely, naively before. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, they will consume you. They will consume you until there's nothing left of you. And also, they love to see you being vulnerable and being in the worst scenarios possible. Because they are like, you know, I'm here for you. I'm going to help you. You know, I'm there for you. You know, it's like as long as you're down, they are great because they are like, they are better somehow. They don't want to see you recover. They don't want to see you like fully like, no. Friends who compliment you in exaggerated way, but always slip a little insult or something to bring you down to. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. And also, I noticed this when something good is happening to you and they don't say anything, they don't even say like congratulations or something, there's a silence, you know, and it's like, oh, in that silence you know who is on your side and who isn't, you know, because there's something about them not being able to compliment you. I don't know, they just have that, like the words won't come out, like it's, I noticed that in some people and I'm like, everyone compliments you or everyone congratulates you, but that person, and you're like, But I love it. I love the way she portrays this jealous friend. Yeah, they definitely got it right. They definitely got it right. I mean, in the glory with the bully, they did a great job with the actress. Definitely, she did bring the, but it was the typical like, oh, like I'm spoiled, you know, I have like I have influence, you know, I have money, or you know, I'm a spoiled, merciless person, you know, and I do what I want. But in this case, it's different. They are in a grown-up world. They are at work. And the part, if you notice, in the part where she sort of creates this narration from high school that she was the victim and that the female lead, she told everyone that the female lead took things away from her and that she was the victim, she was the good friend, like the one that would, like, the level of lies that she built through the years. And the way she would, this is something that I love about the actress, the way she would just stand there and not being able to defend herself. Because it's like, it was this awkward moment where she cannot even say sorry because it's like, oh, they got me. So I guess I'm going to act cute. Like, I didn't know. Like, actually, you know what I said? I didn't mean what I said. But it's like the facade falls for several seconds, and then she goes back to character. You know, it's like she reinitiates herself again because her lie, her mask has fallen. You have to observe it very well. Take the whole notes information that you need, because that woman is really showing you a toxic friend in there. Please pay attention. If you meet someone like that in real life, know that they are not your friends. Now the glory was great too. Yeah, the glory was great too. Yeah, definitely. The acting was amazing. I believe that the glory also had this element of being like I think that it wasn't a good year for K-dramas, but the glory, they brought the emotions in us. We were like, oh, yes. The glory was amazing. Like, and because yeah, they have the sort of go back in time with the high school years, but they are just showing adults being adults. So I think that that's amazing as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to read you the list that I have for today. I'm going to pull cards for Monster X I Am, that is his birthday season. For Baekhyun, someone wanted a reading for Baekhyun and Taeyeon. Then I have the singles Inferno couple, Sieun and Minwoo, or Mino. I don't know, Minwoo is called. But I know it's pronounced without the W. No, it's probably Mino. Then I have friendship reading for NCT Taeyeon and Red Velvet Soji. But it's a friendship reading, guys. It's not, because I already clarified to the person that requested this. I'm like, I don't know this. I don't know what you, but it's a friendship reading, so I guess. Then I have Lucas. I'm going to be pulling cards because he's also an Aquarius. And then I'm going to be reading for the group Viviz for 2024. And then I'm going to cut the live and start all over their intimate fantasies, but I'm going to do it for the group ATs. So yes, that's a random pair. Yeah, I know, but let's see what the cards have to say about these random pairs. Did you hear about Jeffrey Solo? Solo? Coming out in a month. Has this guy even one solo album? I didn't know. I just heard about the movie. I didn't know. Whoa. Whoa. I didn't know. Like, I'm happy for him, but how is he going to do everything? I mean, he can do it, but... I have to read for Taeyeon. Probably I'm going to read for him on Saturday. I have a few Aquariuses to read for on Saturday. I'm going to start with I Am, Monster X I Am. Exactly, he does too much, but I don't even think he really wants a solo album maybe fast. Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised actually. Wow, and I do follow NCT. I don't know, I'm so focused on 10 that maybe I didn't see. Maybe I didn't read the news properly. Oh, wow. Okay. He was hinting in music, but a solo, like, wow, that's an ambitious project. Like, yeah. We wish him the best. Yeah, I only heard about Taeyeon. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for Monster X IM to see how he's going to do this 2024. So let's go. I don't have an oracle. I don't have an oracle to put next to this. Let's see this one. Let's see this one, if I can add this. Okay, for Monster X IM. The Hermit, yeah. A very hermit mode. Okay, for Monster X IM we got Queen of Swords, Knight of Swords, Three of Wands, the World, the Judgment. And then from the other deck, I pulled the card of the Hermit, Seek Truth. So, first of all, I'm like, who is he fighting? Definitely he's fighting someone. Does he have a female manager, a female CEO, someone? A mother? I don't know. I don't think it's romantic, but he's fighting someone. He's going towards someone. He's attacking someone. So I wonder who this is. Because I see him like going straight to this person, like very, very heavily. Like I wonder who this person is. Does anyone know if he's like part of like if he is part of the company, like how is he doing with that? Because this could have to do with someone that rules him or someone. I know he had a song with Hayes. Yeah, but this is not like a collaboration. This is more like I'm confronting you about something. Like I don't see it friendly. I don't see it friendly. I see him attacking someone. So I don't know. Maybe a crazy fan. I don't, but because it seems very powerful. Like this woman, it seems powerful. So. But yeah, in the middle of the reading, we have the Three of Wands. So definitely the guy is planning to do more. This year is going to be of a lot of expansion. I think that he had tried certain things, or he's trying certain things when it comes to his career, and he's like, I done well. Like I am. It's not that I'm 100% ready. I don't have much, but at least I dare to do something different, and it got very good reviews. So I want to go for more, and I want to do more. So I see him like sort of like moving. I don't know if does he have like a sort of concert or something, because I see the world and I'm like, this could be like a worldwide thing. Probably he wants to expand, go worldwide, go a bit more global. But definitely he wants, like the guy doesn't want to stick around in just one place. He wants to travel. He wants to do it all. And also with the card of the Judgment, I think that he is probably this year is going to be very transformative for him. He's going to go through he's going to close some cycles. He's going to change a lot of things about himself, with the Judgment and the World card, There's something about his life decisions or his past actions, like catching up with him. And I don't know how old he is. How old is he? There's something about him. I don't know. Does he have like a solar return, something like that? I don't know. It feels like when it comes to energy, this is a year that is going to impact him like very strong, like energetically. I mean, and spiritually as well. There's a lot of things. He's 28. Saturn return. Mm. Yeah, he has to get serious about a lot of things. He has to get serious about a lot of things. Like, no more daydreaming, no more like, let's see how. No, no. It's more like, what do you want for your future? Ah. Like give it a bit much more of a structure, because I think that he has been like going around in cycles lately. Not this year, but probably the year before he was doing a bit like more stable, but probably the last years he had been sort of like going around and around without having a direction. Honestly, here I don't see the direction either, but I think that he's coming closer and closer to sort of figure out who he really is and what he wants to do. Because here with the judgment, it's like, okay, let's go. Let's do a summary of your achievements or of your, like, why do you want to do this? It's sort of like as if, he sits down and it's like, okay, this has been my life. I had accomplished this. I had done this. I want to do this. I still haven't done this. He has to put the his whole life on the table, like sort of like do some journaling. I don't know, but he has to get some order, because I think that this year is not going to it's not going to be easy. Um, it's not going to be easy. I think that he had been floating around, like sort of like here and there, and I think that this probably this is like a mother figure, because I think that the guy definitely he doesn't like to be told the truth to his face. And this woman is like, it could be his mother, or it could be like, someone that is very important and that is very influential. And it's like, you know nothing about life. Like, you just attack people, but you don't do much. And he's sort of like, it seems like he's angry at everyone. Like always in this, in this. I'm going to attack you. I don't think like you, so I'm going to attack you. And this person is like, you don't have my experience. You're not at the same level as me. So you cannot talk to me like that. We are not the same. And I think that he sort of, sometimes he doesn't like to be stand corrected. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. He's like, I can do what I want. Sort of like a teenager. He has those things. But I think that these sort of confrontations are necessary. Because even though his ideas are good, but I think that he probably has to get out of his comfort zone. The Three of Wands is like, you can go to different places. You can do so much more overseas. I don't know, or in another, like, change your strategies, like go beyond, like go farther, like you can do it. But I don't know if he has like a sort of like social anxiety, or if there's like some impediment that he has, that he is like, he wants to do more, but at the same time he's like, no, leave me here, I don't want to move. So he has to stop with this, oh, I want to do this, but I don't want to do this. Like you are, how old he is, 28, 27? Let's get mature, you know? But yeah, definitely this is going a very transformative year where some truths are going to be revealed to him. And I believe that this truth has to do with him. It has to do with him. Because I don't see other people. Like, I don't see him like having a sort of dynamic with someone and being like, oh, this happened to me, this is why I'm acting like this. No, it's just him. It's just him, like, refusing to see a few things about himself. I don't know if he procrastinates. I don't know if he sabotages himself, because then, the card that I pulled as an extra advice, he got the Hermit. That is the card of seek truth. So definitely he has to go within. This is a year of a lot of major arcana energy, so he has to go inside himself and sort of reflect, like, what do you want out of life? What is your next move? What do you want to do? Because I see a lot of talking, I see a lot of envisioning, I see like, oh, I want to go there and probably travel a little bit more. But then I get lost in that. Like, I don't know how to advance or how to continue. It seems like he has like the same behavior over and over and over. And in the world card, it's also about repeated patterns, or probably some things that are not entirely like closed. So he is like, he does this thing over and over and over. And the judgment is like, this is your year. I'm coming to judge you. Like, let's talk. What have you been up to? Because honestly, about jobs and prosperity and projects, and I don't see it. I see that he has his vision on something. I think that he's thinking about the future. He's definitely is there, but she probably told him to stop writing settlement. Yeah, probably has to do with that. Yeah, probably there's something about like, this is not fun. Like, yeah, like it's cool that you use it, but maybe we should reach another audience. Maybe we should change a bit. He's a bit apathic. Like, this is why I don't feel emotions from him. I don't feel anything. Like, I just see that probably is some external force that is like, yeah, this is happening. Yeah, but it's not the same, Samara, because he's 28. And this is not to say that you have to have an age that you are supposed to know it all. But the 28 number is like, okay, come on, let's. But I think that it's not about him reaching certain things. I think that it's more about him, like, sort of like, what do you do what you do? If you're, for example, if you're in the entertainment business, why are you here? Like, what is your purpose? What is your plan? Is it about making money? Is it about, I don't know. Because I don't see pentacles. So I wonder, like, where is, like, everything that you're doing? Why are you doing it? Like, like, I don't see. It's not that the guy is doing bad. He's not doing bad. But he could do better. And he gets stuck in his vision. It's like, he's very passionate. Definitely the guy with the 3 of Wands, he wants to be better. He's thinking about the next step. He's thinking about it. But, and Mosaics I am. But it's like, we have to stop going in cycles. We already, like, we already went through this. But if you tell him certain things, he gets upset. He gets on the defensive. So it's like, probably it's his mother. I would say, like, there's someone that is like, cut with the with the self-pity thing. Like, I don't buy it anymore. Like, be very sharp. But it's like, you have the potential. You could do so much more. But why are you stopping? And then I see the Hermit as the last card. So not you again going MIA. Like, I mean, do what you gotta do, but it's like, come on, guys, get up, get your energy going. Like, come on, you have the fire. Like, build something with that. Build something like that. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, it sounds so like as if he's in a sort of swamp, that he cannot get out of. It's like he's like, it's not that he's struggling because actually he's like very sharp. He's a very intelligent person, but I don't know if maybe his intelligence somehow distracts him from results and being a bit much more stable. Mm, yeah, he will be fine, definitely. Definitely. But this is a year for planning. He has to plan ahead. I mean, I see that he has the potential to probably do better overseas, but he has to get out there. You know, he has the potential. He has the potential. I don't know about the fans, but maybe overseas he's really loved. And he knows that. He knows that. I don't know if the guy is shy. Probably he's shy or there's something. Because, yeah, I see him planning, but I don't see him moving. Like, I see more like life catching up on him and being like, hello, sir, you haven't made any progress yet. You said you would, but you're still here. The word is like, let's go, let's keep, let's keep, let's keep rolling. Okay. I'm going to read for these two, Baekhyun, EXO Baekhyun, and Girls' Generation Taeyeon. EXO Baekhyun and Girls' Generation Taeyeon to see their energies, how they feel for each other at this period of their lives, if they feel something. How is their connection? Baekhyun, Taeyeon. Who was? Someone said something about them being endgame, and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. For Baekhyun, we have the Lovers and Five of Swords. And for Taeyeon, we have Six of Pentacles and the Moon. And the relationship as an overall, we have the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, they hold, I would say, a lot of grudge against each other. Like, they could actually, like, do people ship them? I don't know. But honestly, I don't see chemistry here. I don't see, I see that probably if they have to see each other and just say hi to each other, they do it. But there's this awkwardness. There's this, for 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 Baekhyun with the Lovers and the Five of Swords. First of all, I think that he could be a bit passive aggressive towards her. I don't know. He feels like very hurt. Like he probably can say something. With the Lovers, it's like he can change. Like his Gemini moon. He can be talkative, talk to her, or initiate the conversation, or just like be polite. But then some old grudges come out. I don't know if they try to have a conversation or they try to see each other again. And I see Baekhyun very much like on the defensive, probably sort of starting a sort of argument and being like, you did this, and you did this. Him having his sort of version of, this is how I feel or this is how I think about what went on with us. And I feel he doesn't let it go. From her side, I believe she's much more stable. From her side, it's like, with the six, with the six of Pentacles, it's like, you got what you deserve. So, there's also a bit of pride. For her, it's like she doesn't invest that much in her connection with him. It's like, you say hi, I say hi. You do this, I do that. But also with the Moon card, it's like, I don't know what to think about you. I feel like I don't know you. If I ever did know you, I feel like I don't recognize you anymore. Like, probably she feels like he does a sort of mind game, or he wants to guilt trip her about something, and she's like, no, no. She's still a bit sad about it. I think that she's still sad, but she's a very responsible person. It's like, I know what I put in the relationship, and I know what I receive. I know what you gave me, and I know what I give. And somehow it is still awkward. I think that there's a part of her that feels a bit nostalgic, but at the same time, I think that she is a Pisces, so there's something about her being like, you know, I feel like I don't see you for who you really are. I feel like she sort of made a fantasy of who he was, and he wasn't that. So she sort of feels pity for herself. It's like, why didn't I see certain things before? She sort of like blames herself as well. She's a bit confused, and this is very Pisces. She probably has a sort of like idealized vision of who he is, but from time to time, her intuition kicks in, and it's like, this is the reality. The reality is that you gave me this, I gave this, and it didn't work out. So there's not much mystery. There's not much like, it's not that complex actually. But she definitely, there could be a part of her that she sort of blames herself. She's like, why didn't I see that? Why that was so hidden? And she's like, probably I think that this is what she recriminates the most. It's like, I feel like I don't know you. And I don't know if back then I knew you. Like, there's something about her not being able to see him clearly and blaming herself for this. Yeah, and they got the Nine of Pentacles. I think that they could in the future sort of like, be civil with each other's, like, I don't know if working together, but there could be some work-related things, some interactions because we make each other look good. But I think that these two with the Nine of Pentacles, they are very successful as soloists. And I don't know if this is something that the fans want for these two, to sort of remain forever single. I don't know. But I think that there's something about them doing better on their own. Doing better on their own. And also like being... I think that also this card talks about self-actualization, and it talks about self-esteem, and it talks about being independent. And probably when they were together, they were lacking this. They were lacking this self-esteem. So they lost a bit of self-esteem. So this is why I think that they are better on their own, each other on their own. They have a lot of potential, they do better, they shine more. This doesn't mean that they don't care about each other. It's just that, after they broke up, they probably like regained a lot of good things back. And they probably realized a lot of good things about themselves as well, about their own value as an individual. So, definitely I see them that yeah, if they have a sort of interaction, it could be just for work or to make each other look good, but I think that they don't need others. Like individually, they just shine. So yeah. They need to leave those two alone. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, the ship has sailed. Like let it go, let it go. After 25 years, maybe. Just that they probably are people that when they are in the relationship, they sort of lose themselves. This is why she got the moon card, because she's like, I also take the blame, because even though I'm very professional in a lot of things, I'm also a dreamer, or I'm also a romantic at heart. And probably he's a romantic at heart, because with the lovers, there's this duality. I can be flirtatious from time to time, but at the same time, I'm a bit resentful. So, so yeah. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for these two singles Inferno couple. Another couple that ended up. I'm going to write it here so you can. I don't know if I'm going to write the names correctly. But so if you have to Google them, you know who it is. Sieun and Minwoo. I think that's the name. Let's see how they're doing. Singles Inferno, Sieun and Minwoo. Okay, this girl, Sieun, Minwoo, the relationship. Oh, ah, ha 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 ha. This girl, Sieun, she is very much into him. She's really like, I would say she's a bit in love with him. She got the Empress and the Knight of Cups. So she's very much involved emotionally, I would say. Like she feels like a queen, like probably he is her type. There's something about her putting him on a sort of pedestal. Um, I think that she wants this to work. She wants this to work with him. Maybe he's her ideal type, and like she definitely can develop feelings. She can develop feelings for him. And actually, like I see him a bit more proactive, even though she is acting all feminine. We see the Empress, so she can act all feminine and cute and just be like this receiver, like I attract, I don't chase. But actually she's like, I'm available, we can meet, we can see each other more often, there's something, yeah. there's something about her feeling very like, ready for love, like really probably she's like looking for a relationship, and she's just so like, I don't want to say in love, but she's like open. She's like, like you could be my Prince Charming, you could be my man. um in his case it's different. In the case of Minwoo or Mino, um he got the Six of Cups and the Queen of Swords. So I think that he's sort of reviewing his options about someone from the past. I know he had his eyes initially on another contestant. Probably there's something about him, like maybe wanting to reach out to this person, or just like starting to hang out more with this woman more than with Sieun. I don't know, but he's thinking a lot about the past. He's sort of like missing the past. He's feeling nostalgic. And also, seeing that there's someone else in here, it's very different from her view. She's definitely seeing him as the one, as a potential boyfriend or relationship, and he's thinking about someone else. Or maybe it could be the other contestant, or maybe it could be like an ex-partner of his. But I think that this definitely is someone from the show that he likes. Like, it's like he's reviewing, like, okay, why did I choose her? Like, like, oh really, I really did like the other one. There's something about him sort of like, maybe he was really into this woman. So he could reach out to this woman because she's still in his mind. I see with this Queen of Swords. I don't remember the name of the girl, but I know that she was so. She wanted to be like everyone compared her to Gia. Remember the one from the very pretty girl from season 1, the iconic Gia. Well, this girl sort of had that vibe. She wanted to be Gia 3.0, but like, very bossy, very dominant. But yeah, probably also with here with the Six of Cups. I don't know if maybe he's talking to her, and honestly, the guy is too soft. And I think that this kind of woman that is a bit bossy, that is like the one that tells him what to do, is the sort of woman that he likes. It's sort of that feels a bit much more comfortable with someone like this, someone that sort of tells him what to do. You know, I think that he was a bit impressed by that. By how bossy. And I don't know if this girl is older. I know he's very young, but probably this woman is like much more mature. So I don't know if maybe he could have like mommy issues or something like that. But he definitely loves to be boss around. Like, he loves to have, maybe this girl is too sweet. She's too sweet. And then the relationship as an overall, they got the devil. They got the devil. So I definitely could see that these two is a bit problematic. It's a bit like, not problematic, but I think that it's not just among themselves. I think that there's other parties involved. I think that there's a lot of manipulation involved. There's a lot of lies. There's a lot of attachment from one of the parties. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm with you, but I'm thinking about someone else. A bit toxic. So I don't see much. Like, I don't see something good coming out of this. I think that there's something about, and also there's one of the parties that is very ambitious. There's one of the parties that is thinking about money. Like, okay, who would make me look good? Or, there's something about prestige as well. Thinking like who I could, I could associate myself with. I don't know, maybe this guy is looking for a sugar mommy or something like that. Like someone powerful that I don't know, but there's a lot of toxicity because I think that one of them is hooked. Yeah, yeah. Page of one's exploration. See, one of them wants to explore other options, and the other one is thinking about marriage. So, no, no, no. It's very, it's toxic. Hello, Akira. Okay, let's continue with this friendship tarot reading for NCT Taeyeon and Red Velvet Soji. Taeyeon, Soji. Are we sure these are friends? Sometimes, you know, I wonder what is the meaning of friendship nowadays. Okay, from Taeyeon perspective, we have the Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords in reverse. And from Solji's side, we have the Hangman, and the Five of Cups. So not so happy friends vibe. And the relationship as an overall, we have the Knight of Pentacles. No, from Taeyeon, I think that definitely Taeyeon admires her because she comes here as this Queen of Swords, so definitely he admires her. Maybe because I don't know if she's older or she's the same age. I don't know. It seems like she has like much more power. But then he has the Two of Swords in reverse, So I think that there's something about him not being able to see who she really is, and probably in their connection. Maybe she's very wise. Yes, she's very intelligent. But I think that he's not able to see her for who she really is, or there's not much deepness in their connection. There's a disconnection, definitely. There's a disconnection. I think that he sort of admires her because she comes here as this Queen of Swords. So, she's not, helpless. She is a queen. But I think that it's not that, at least from Taeyeon, probably Taeyeon, since he's a very emotional person, he's a Cancer man, so he sort of like has this admiration for her because of her intelligence and how she's able to overcome a lot of things. But I don't know about her energy. There's something about her that he cannot figure out, or he cannot act. Sorry guys, I got disconnected. But there's something about him not being able to see who she really is. There's something about, like probably they had interactions or they talk, because she could be the one that initiates the talking because she's the queen. So there's a lot of respect, you know. When I talk to her, I respect her. When I interact with her, but it seems like it's a lot of air element, a lot of talk, a lot of yes, how are you, yes, yes, but I don't see like I would also like ask you guys, like, is this woman okay? Like, not because of you know, this side of Taeyeon, but also from her side, you know, from her side, the Handman and the Five of Cups. So I wonder, you know, what happened to her. You know, I wonder what happened. You know, definitely. I wonder what is going on. Um, because I see her a bit lost in this connection. And probably it's not about Taeyeon, just Taeyeon, but I don't know if she went through some kind of hiatus or if she went through some kind of loss, like personal loss. But I think that she's not in this period, at least not in this friendship, she's not ready to open up yet. She's not ready to talk about certain things. She lost something or she lost someone, and she is a bit, she's trying to recover herself, but I think that she's still working on this. She's still working on this. She's still, you know, sort of like on pause. So I wonder what happened to her, because this, I believe that these cards are more about her situation, her personal situation, more than about, you know, and probably Taeyeon also wonders, like, what happened to you? You weren't like this, you know. So I don't know. I hope she's okay. Like, you know, now probably not today, but probably at some point. I know she's in Aquarius as well. I'm going to read for her because actually, like, I'm like, what is going on? You know, um, mm, yeah, she's still not 100% recovered. I think that she's still mourning. You know, she's still. I don't know why I feel like she blames herself for whatever happened to her, personal circumstances. I think that she sort of blames herself. I don't know if she has a hard time trusting men, but there's something about her, you know, um, just not being in the mood to connect. You know, at least not from I'm being 100% honest and open with you. No, because I have my things, you know. But, you know, they got the Knight of Pentacles. So definitely the Knight of Pentacles, it means that the friendship has the potential to, you know, keep advancing. It's not that they're not friends anymore. They are, but it is going to take a long process. You know, it's going to take, I think that both of them are willing to work on this connection, on this friendship. But probably you will see them more like when it comes to them being together because of, you know, the company projects or them doing some work together, collaborations. It's about like when they put the body, they work on something, you know. But emotionally, I still see them like very far away. Like they are not, you know, that close. There's a bit of confusion also. Like, you know, like I wish I could ask you what's going on, but I don't want to ask you because I don't want to disturb you or make you feel bad, you know. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to read for Lucas. So yeah, it's going to be brief, but let's see what 2024 has in store for Lucas. You know, things has been slow with him. Um, but yeah, let's see if there's something going on or there's something available for him this year. Let's see what the cards have to say about this, about him, Lucas. Hmm. Here the hiatus card, so probably he's going to stay in hiatus still. We start for Lucas with the Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, Four of Swords, the Hierophant, Six of Pentacles. It's so shady. Whatever they make him sign or whatever project is so shady. Like they sort of treat him like they make him like hide like this or be in the darkness like this on purpose, you know, like a sort of tactic. Like, okay, now you go and let them see you, and now you go back to the darkness. You know, it's a game, it's a strategy. It's twisted, I would say. The good thing about all this is that somehow Lucas has learned to take responsibility for his feelings. Is like no longer hurting or no longer blaming others for what happened. You know, he's sort of like moving on emotionally. He's like, okay, it is what it is now, it's me. And there's a bit of acceptance in this. There's a bit like, okay, it's not hurting anymore. Um, but yeah, with the Four of Swords, the hiatus card in the middle, I think we still probably are going to see a bit of MIA of him, still resting. I don't know how they keep him like this, but then we have the company card, the Hierophant, and we have the Six of Pentacles. So probably in the second half of the year, something it has to be accommodated in this company. Something is going to change. They are going to somehow arrange something and remember that Lucas is in the dungeon and be like, oh yeah, we should give you something, right? Something to work with. And they could give him something for his solo debut. But it's going to take a while. It's not going to be now. And it could sort of be a sort of trial. They are so petty. Like they are so like I don't know what to say anymore. Yeah. Four of Swords. The hiatus. He probably has the same contract as most of NCT members, so they will keep him. Ah, okay. But the company, they choose, it's like I told you guys, they don't know what they have. And if they have new people in the company, they are not going to know how to work with them. I told you the other day about NCT. I told you, they don't know the artists that they possess, and they don't care in studying them like in deepness, you know, like who are you? Like, okay, you're this, what is your specialty? You're this, like, you know, like we are in 2024, so you do need to do an update about, you know, the artists that you have. They just don't do the research. I don't know. They just It's so lame what they do. Yeah, they got the Six of Clouds, the Six of Swords, that is transition, so maybe they could let him travel. Maybe not starting his debut in Korea, maybe where he's from, or starting promotions in there. Uh, Poor Lucas. Like, really, I would be bored of my mind. Like, I would try to break a wall or something and just escape. Like, it's just that there's a lot of shadiness. There's a lot of manipulation under why Lucas is where he is. Because we start with the Seven of Swords. Like I told you, there's a lot of, like, things are not fair. They make him sign something, or they did something they did. It's like, okay, we will give you this, but you have to resign to this. Like, SME is a company who is famous for make least money out of potential of their artists. Yeah. But at the end of the year, they could give him something small, but it's only going to be when they want to. There's something about the company here being very much, watching every step that he does. They're not going to set him free. At least not this year. Everything is going to be when they want to. Very calculated. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles, they definitely want him to keep studying. Like, there's something about them being like, you actually, like, you have to keep studying because, you don't have much. You are not ready yet. So I don't know what kind of artist they are building or what they want him to do, but they still are going to put him to practice, study. But yeah, it's like he has been in this Page of Pentacles for a lot of years. So, I wonder what the resolution is going to be like. He's like, yeah, you study a lot, but what is the result? Yeah. Yeah, at least he's not troubled anymore. He's not that. Okay, I'm going to pull cards for this group, for Viviz. I'm going to read for Viviz 2024. What is going on with these girls? Like, they definitely come, like, and this is something that I always get from them, and I know that they are doing great because I watch their performances. I like their latest release. I like it. So I don't know what is going on. Like, did they lose? No, they didn't lose a member, right? It's free members. But there's something about them just, having to work extra hard than the others, For Viviz, we start with the Three of Swords. So definitely they went through something serious. Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups in the middle, so yeah, at least some, artistic new beginning. Five of Cups, and Three of Wands. And then I pulled another card from another deck, and they got Apprentice of Clouds, that it would be like a Page of Swords, and they got the card of Ambition. So, yeah, definitely, I think that the girls go through this period where things are so hard for them. I don't know if this is like They definitely, I don't know if they feel a sort of betrayal, if whatever they want to do, someone steals it from them. There seems to be drama. There seems to be like, and I think that the girls are trying to be as professional and as drama free possible, because I see them that they are very humble. I see them that these three are very sweet girls, are very professional girls. They could be screaming their lungs out, and just like accusing everyone of this sort of lack of opportunities, I would say. But they just remain hopeful. They are like, okay, today wasn't a good day, tomorrow is going to be a better day. They have the Ace of Cups in the middle. So definitely the girls with their talent, with their beauty, with their love for what they do, they overcome a lot of things. But I see the lack of resources in here. I see, like, actually I don't see much resources. I think that honestly, guys, their career keeps advancing because they want to keep it advancing. They are sort of these strong believers that they will make it at the end. Because it seems like they win something, but they lose something. So they go through mood swings, where they are like, oh yeah, we're supposed to be happy about this, but then we realize that we don't have this. So it's not like a complete winning. It's not like they are like, oh yeah, I have so many opportunities. Like I'm so abundant. They definitely, and also emotionally, I think that sometimes they get a bit drained because they put so much of themselves to be the best that probably when they go home or when they have to rest, they are left out without energy. There are some moments where they get a bit like they sort of regret certain decisions. They get a bit nostalgic and they are like, okay, why didn't we choose this instead of this? So I wonder if this place that they are in is trustworthy. Honestly, I don't see the company here. But I think that honestly, the girls keep advancing because of their willpower. And because maybe they are very smart. We know that they had been in the business for a while. They were part of different, so definitely the girls are very smart. They are very knowledgeable about a lot of things. I see them fighting for new opportunities. I see them fighting to keep advancing. But I don't see someone that is like comes to their rescue, I would say. I don't see like a CEO, I don't see someone responsible. I see that everything is up to them. So I'm like, I can see sort of the mood swing. Um, you know, um, with the Three of Wands, the less card, I think that definitely whatever success or good feedback they are having, they want to continue working on this and actually like be much more successful. But I think that they go back and forth. It's like, okay, today I feel hopeful that we will do okay, but then there are moments where they feel so sad. It's like nobody's helping us. Like like everything is so tough, and it's hard for them to see it like, oh, it's not going to affect me. Like I know how the business works. I think that the girls need emotional support because I see them very, very emotional. I see them very, like, probably the three of them are very, I don't know, they give me water sun vibes, but there's something about them being very emotional and also being warriors. I definitely see them like being relentless and just keep working. They are going to keep working on the next project. They're going to have a new comeback and you're going to see it. They're not going to stop working. They're going to keep putting the effort. They have their vision. But from time to time, maybe the girls feel a bit like emotionally like drained. They sometimes think about like, okay, yeah, we lost this, we didn't get this, I feel so sad. But I think that their main energy is the Ace of Cups. Their main energy is this. It's like, we have to continue. we are they are very loving. They have this sort of mission that they want to spread love, I think that this artistic next to them being, like I said, believers. I don't know if maybe the girls are religious, but there's something, with this, like I see this and I don't know why I think about being spiritual. So I think that they want to promote also good music, positive music, but they go through mood swings, they go through like, okay, yeah, this happened to us, I'm disappointed, okay, I have to go back to work, I don't have much to work with, but I'm going to continue, so it's not easy for them. It's not easy. Like if they make it big, please remember, guys, that the girls are doing this alone. Like this is all because of them and who they are, because I don't see much help in here. And the card, yeah, they got the page of swords that says ambition. So see, the girls are very resourceful. They are always thinking like, okay, I can have a day where I'm not feeling very happy, but I want us to succeed. So what is next? What is our next plan? What is the next idea? They are feeling very inspired this year. Probably they're going to create a hit again because they're feeling very inspired. They are feeling very, in that ace of cups in the middle, I think that they are very open to create new things, but definitely I don't see the money, guys, in there. And I'm worried. Like, I don't see the stability and I'm worried. Like, who are they working for? You know, yeah, I remember, Akira. I remember that there's something about these girls just like, are they okay? Like, are they okay mentally? Because I don't know why I get these very sad vibes, these very sad vibes. Like, but they just get up and go and do it. They just get up, go and do their work. Definitely, definitely. They are not going to give up, but it's tough. It's tough. It's not easy. It's not like, oh, this is fun. Okay, guys, I'm going to finish with the readings here, and I'm going to come back in 20 minutes. I'm going to come back to read for 80s and their fantasies. So yeah, I'll see you in 20 minutes. Okay, thank you for watching.